you wanna fight? Anybody can't say nothing to me right now. Anybody wanna fight? Say something. And I'm just like, sir, it's 6:37 a.m. on a Tuesday. I'm just trying to get to work, please. What's up, y'all? My name is Sharoy. Thank you for clicking on my video. We are gonna get into some things today. If you've been following my journey, you know that I have moved from Georgia to New York for literally no reason. I'm an air sign, so spontaneous and impulsive decisions are kind of my specialty. I have been living here for, I wanna say, 7 months now. I moved here May 2021. It is now January 2022. So yeah, I want to say like 7-8 months or something like that. I don't feel like doing the math right now, but if you have been thinking about moving to New York, or maybe you just want to know what it's like living here, keep watching. This is for you. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can help my channel grow. We've smashed through 1K, we smashed through 5K, 10K, I'm coming for you. So I'm definitely spilling the tea today on what it's really like living in New York City. What I probably wish I would have researched more, and I wish I would have known before coming here, but hey, you live and you learn. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. All right, y'all, I got me a little list, so this is how you know we about to get into some things. First, let's start off with the cons. All right, let's just take the band-aid off. Public transportation. You know, I feel like this is not really supposed to be a con. I feel like this is supposed to be a pro because, you know, it is convenient, especially on those lit nights when you don't want to pay a $70 Uber to go home, or if you live in one of the boroughs and you need to get to the city or go to work or whatever. It's definitely convenient, especially because, you know, having your own car is super expensive out here. But the thing is, the first time I rode the subway, I literally almost died. I'm just like taking in everything and just so happy to be there, and then the subway starts. I almost fell on my face. Like the car like jerks when it first starts moving, and I literally almost fell. But that's not even the worst part of it. It's a number of things wrong with the public transportation. Like, it literally smells like pee. Like, I don't know how people did it before the panoramic, because without those masks, how could you breathe? How were you guys existing in those conditions? You know what? It literally smells like pee. I've literally seen unspeakable things in the subway. I've seen people passed out on the floor just chilling, you know, not just homeless people, because, you know, my heart goes out to them, you know, I'm not like talking down on homeless people and stuff like that, but just regular people just passed out on the floor. I've seen people with their genitals exposed at 6:45 a.m. like on a Tuesday. Like, that's just normal. I've seen human feces on the stairs. This is pretty disgusting. I'm so sorry, guys, but this is real. Whenever it rains, or like we had like some really bad flooding and stuff like that, I've literally seen water leaking and dripping, and it just creates a pool of questionable water that I avoid like the plague, and it creates mold and mildew. Can you have mildew on concrete surface? I don't even know what kind of surfaces that is, but just when I see these videos like people post on TikTok and stuff like that of people like grabbing the railing or sitting on the stairs, or like, I'm just like, y'all, please, you need to want better for your life, because I don't think that's sanitary. I saw an article, I'm not lying, and it literally said that they swabbed the surface of the subway and they found DNA that did not belong to any existing mammal or bacteria or germ or anything. So there's just questionable mystery DNA just chilling on the subway, and people are just grabbing on the stair railing and sitting on the stairs and doing all this stuff. Like, they're chilling. Like, I'm just traumatized for my life every single time. I'm thankful, don't get me wrong, I'm thankful, you know, it's very convenient, but and not only the smell and the questionable substances on the subway, but there are people who may suffer from mental health or drugs or, you know, sad things that might come on and terrorize people. I've seen like people randomly just start yelling at people randomly just come through and start just doing crazy stuff, and I do my best to mind my business and don't make eye contact, but it's a thing. The first time I seen somebody act crazy, I told my friends, and they're like, oh yeah, you know, that happens, whatever. But I'm just like terrified. Like, I've seen people literally like going up to people like, you wanna fight? anybody can't say nothing to me right now. Anybody want to fight, say something. And I'm just like, sir, it's 6:37 a.m. on a Tuesday. I'm just trying to get to work, please. Other than that, other than, getting yelled at or spit on or people peeing on the seats or like poop and whatever all over the place and the smell, it's pretty an effective method of transportation. Yeah, when I first moved to New York, my mom would literally text me and be like, be careful, there are people who just push people onto the tracks. And I'm just like, great, another thing to worry about. Now, mind you, this kind of stuff doesn't happen nearly as much as it probably seems it does, but it's a thing and it happens. So yeah, the cost of living. When people tell me things are expensive, I don't know if it's the material girl in me or what it is, but I don't really take them that seriously until I've been living here for a few months and then I went back to Georgia. Like, for example, to get a full set of nails, like a gel set or whatever, it costs around like $50. I can go get that done in Georgia for like $30 or so. And it's the same quality, if not better. I don't know. Or like buying groceries. When you go to Georgia, grocery shopping at Kroger, Publix. I don't think they have that up there. I miss you. But up here, a $50 grocery bill is probably $100. Not to mention the transportation. It is a blessing. However, $275 each way, that adds up. I've done the math and I think it adds up to like $187 a month. Like no, that's only 5 days a week too. If you take the subway to and from work 5 days a week, it literally adds up to 187 something like that dollars a month, and that's a whole bill. That's a whole insurance bill in Georgia. Car insurance in Georgia probably $200 or so, depending on a lot of different variables, but up here you're probably paying like $500 $600 because these drivers are crazy. I'm sorry if you're from New York, I'm sorry, but y'all are crazy. I had my car up here for 2 weeks, and I drove, thankfully, thank God I didn't get into an accident or anything, but I see why. You have to be an aggressive driver up here. You have to be a defensive driver. And my mom has always told me that you have to drive for you and everybody else on the road. But up here, you got to drive for you, everybody else, and the pedestrians because they run the roads. Y'all, the traffic and driving up here, that's a whole nother story. But I don't have my car up here, thankfully, so I don't have to deal with that. So that would be a whole nother video. But yeah, it's pretty expensive up here, especially like, don't get me started on the rent prices. Can you imagine paying $2,000 to live in a closet? I don't know if people up here are just really fun and really chill and really cool, or they're absolutely insane. And me included, I'm one of them. My rent is literally, I think it adds up, it's about like around $2,000 a month. I have a roommate and we split it, but for $2,000 in Atlanta, in Georgia, I could get me a whole luxury apartment, be one of those That Girls content creators, luxury lifestyle. I could get me a high rise in a nice area, living my best life, probably a 2-bedroom, stainless steel appliances. I can get a lot more down there for $2,000 a month than up here, just saying. Now, this is something that I was not prepared for. I said the subway smelled like pee. That's not it. Sometimes you will just walk down the street and it smells like little trash and pee, and there's flies and food on the sidewalk and just bags of garbage bags just lined up. Like it's just dirty. Somebody told me that that's just in Brooklyn or like some of the, not in Manhattan, but there's some parts that it's just kind of dirty. And I feel bad saying that because like I remember in Atlanta, there are some parts that would be a little unkempt as well. That's everywhere, that's anywhere. So, but that, I was not prepared for that. Like during the summer, oh my God, during the summer, it is so hot. Now, Georgia is hot. I'm familiar with the heat, Florida is hot. Jamaica is hot. There's hot places all over the world. But however, I believe it's because there's no central heating and air. I didn't even know what that meant. Like when I signed my leases back in like Georgia and it was like central heating and air, I'm like, okay, cool. It has air conditioner and heater. That's normal. But apparently that's a luxury, baby. They don't have that up here. They have these thick, big, white air conditioning units that go inside the window, and if you don't have that, you're SOL. And it gets so hot. Like before my apartment got one, it was so hot in here, and I remember one time it was like 107 degrees. Oh my gosh, it is so hot, and it's like a dry heat. Like there's no wind chill, there's no little breeze making it, at least not inside. I guess the breeze don't come, like the windows will be open and it would just be so hot. Oh my god. And then like, you know, like when you have the fans going, that doesn't really help because it's literally just blowing hot air. The summers was hard, I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't get a unit, an AC unit for my room because I wanted to save on the electricity bill. I knew it was about to be cold anyway, so I toughed it out. But y'all, I don't know if that's everywhere, but I know in my building and most buildings around here, that was not a thing. So that was definitely something that I don't even want to say I got used to it, because I did not. And then come winter, it's winter now, we have these radiators, but you have to wait for the building to turn on the heat, and I was just so confused. I remember one night, it was still like summer, but it was just like a random cold summer night, and I asked them to turn on the heat, and they looked at me like I was crazy, because apparently like it's a whole thing. So now like it's a whole thing where they have to turn on the gas systems in the basement or whatever they do, but they have to heat up the whole building. So I think legally, if it gets below like 30 degrees outside, they have to have heat in the building or they can get sued. The lack of central heating and air, that sucks, and I definitely won't take that for granted ever again. Also, the rats. Imagine just minding your business, walking your dog, chilling, doing your thing, and Ratatouille just runs across the sidewalk. Like, oh my god, the first few times that happens, I literally freaked out. My dog trying to chase it. I'm like, Coco, you better keep it pushing. We are not, nope, not today. So now, even if I hear the slightest rustles in like the trash cans or stuff like that, I'm just like, got to see it through. Just keep going. Let's just finish this walk. Let's keep going. That came as a surprise to me because, you know, I feel like I was spoiled in the South. I feel like just these luxuries, like not like having like a dumpster in the complex or having a parking lot or having central heating and air, it was a luxury and that I took for granted. I never would have thought that I would miss simple things like that. This ain't even half of it, but these are just some of the things that you never think that, you know, it's just crazy to believe that on another side of the world or another side of the country or whatever, that, you know, things are completely different. So I would never take anything like that for granted again. All right, I feel like that was kind of like a disorganized rant, but those are my cons. I probably have more, but I wanted to keep this video short and sweet. Now let's get to the pros. Let's get to the more positive stuff. All right, so the pros. So as you know, Georgia is a red state and New York is a blue state. And honestly, there is a difference. Up here, people mind their business. I cannot tell you how many times in the South I've gotten judgmental stares from somebody's grandma, or like just hearing people spew like hate and nonsense. Not saying that's everywhere in Georgia and that's the stereotype, but it's definitely present. And you know, the history of the South and stuff like that, some people have lived there for generations, their whole lives, so there's definitely a certain type of culture. Versus when you come to New York, everyone's so free and open to be themselves, and it's a vibe, honestly. Like, there's no judgment. You could literally be having a mental breakdown on the train, just crying your eyes out, and no one will bat an eye. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but sometimes it's good to just have people mind your business and not having 10 people like come up to you and be like, oh my god, are you okay, what's wrong? Or like if you're wearing something a little risque, you don't have people looking at you like you're a modern day Jezebel, like you're just an abomination walking the earth. People mind their business, they do their thing, they celebrate you, they celebrate each other's differences. And there's so many different beautiful cultures here, so much diversity. Like, you can be anyone who you want to be, and you can live your truth, practice your culture, your religion, whatever, and you won't be judged. Now, they say New Yorkers are mean and they say they're rude or whatever, but honestly, I feel like New Yorkers are some of the nicest people. Like, I've literally been like, imagine me like with a cart full of laundry and like struggling with my laundry cart up the stairs, and like literally some guy, he was on the phone, he just going off cussing somebody out on the phone, and then he's like, while mid-conversation, he like stops and like runs over and helps me carry my stuff up the stairs and just keeps walking and continues with his conversation like it's nothing. Like, I'm like, Thank you, sir. Thank you, stranger. Like, people are nice. Like, I feel like people are nice. People will help you. You know, that mean, tough exterior, it's for survival, probably. I don't know what that's about, but I feel like everybody's nice. I'm nice. People are nice. I don't take people's attitudes or whatever. I don't get fazed by that. Maybe that's just a lack of me reading social cues, or maybe I don't care, whatever. But hey, I feel like the people are nice out here. I don't believe what they say. Now, don't be out here being stupid and think you could get away with something, because it's probably not gonna fly. But don't be scared to talk to people or make friends or ask for help or anything like that. There's lots of fun things to do up here. There's literally so many activities. When it was the summer, I loved going to the beach. Around where I live, there's literally like 10, probably more than 10, 20 bars in like a 2-mile radius of where I live. And down south, 2 miles is not a lot, but down here where you don't really have your cars and walking is a thing, there's a lot in a 2-mile radius to do. I could go to the park, I could go to the gym, I could get ice cream, I could go to the bar and get a drink, I can go to a party, I can walk my dog, shopping, literally, like, there's so much to do. It's so fun, and it's so cool to see like everybody lively and hustling and bustling and just keep things moving, and people partying, just having a good time, people laughing it up, chatting up, you know, coming from the bar, all that good stuff. It's a good time. It's a good time. And there's lots of different activities to do, like especially like for tourists. If you're coming out of the state, there's a lot of things to see. You can go on a boat ride, you can go to like a museum, you can go to the park, you can like eat some weird cool food. You know, there's a lot of different fun things to do to stimulate your brain and meet people and just do the things that you enjoy. So whatever hobbies you have, I'm sure there's a place for it here, and it's super fun. Shopping and fashion is so bomb out here. Like, I went to Fifth Avenue for the first time. I went to Saks, I went to Aldo, I went to a couple different stores. Apparently Fifth Avenue is one of the most expensive streets in the world. They have all the luxury designer stores and all this good stuff, and it's cool to see people dripped out in their fashion, summer fashion, winter fashion, fall fashion. It's pretty cool, and it's pretty cool how people can like express their style and put together these really cool outfits that are photo ready. Like, I'm pretty sure if you just went to the city with a camera, you'd get some dope pictures. And there's like art everywhere, like the graffiti, I see that as art. I don't know about y'all, but it's really beautiful, and it just is cool, and it gives everything like this urban like I don't even know how to explain it, but definitely beautiful. And seeing the city skyline at night, especially with the water, oh my god, it's beautiful. Like, it's so scenic and pretty, and I love it. Being in the city, it just makes you feel like so small and but so unique and I don't know, so welcome at the same time. Like, it just feels like, I don't know, it's just so cool. Like, there's so many different people. Like, it's easy to get lost here, but it's so easy to find yourself as well. So this city will definitely bring out like whoever you are. It will definitely bring it out of you. Love it. And you know what, that's all I have for now, guys. I'm not gonna make this video a little too long, because I could literally go on and on and on about how amazing it is to live in New York, but also how crazy it is as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and leave a comment. Let me know, have you ever been to New York? What's your favorite thing about New York? Or if you were to plan a trip to New York, what is something that you would love to check out and see? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.